Manifest money into your life fast, easy, as much of it as you would like by mastering the laws of attraction. It is a beautiful day here in Maui, just looking out on my little meditation chair. There is not a cloud in the sky today. Life is beautiful, and I want to share with you these secrets that no one tells you about. I came across them 2 years ago, maybe 2.5 years ago. At the time, my girlfriend was in debt because I couldn't pay for anything. I was working as hard as I possibly could, but it felt like I was blocking success in money. Like I just had this weird money bad luck or something. Then I came across this. I actually went from where I was to becoming a millionaire, and this beautiful view being my life because I had this way where my consciousness started shifting to understanding the secrets of manifesting money, and they came from an individual named Stuart Wilde and about a 2-hour talk on money mastery. And I can't put that in because of copyright, but I've now probably watched it over 100 times. I loved it so much, I got it transcribed and edited so I could read it as a book as well, and I've been obsessed with it. And I thought, what cooler way to raise the consciousness of the planet and to help you attract more money into your life in a way that no one talks about, no one tells you. It's very important that you listen to this video all the way through and the other parts on this series, because it's a 2-hour video from Stuart Wilde that I've broken down all the big ideas for you. So without further ado, let's dive right into this video. Watch this all the way through. It's going to grow your bank account. It's going to help you manifest more money, become more confident, attract success, opportunities, unexpected great things. Thank you, Stuart Wilde, one of the greatest speakers and metaphysical teachers in the world. He's no longer with us, but his spirit lives on in this video. Let's get into the secrets of manifesting money that nobody tells you about that are going to open up the floodgates in your life. Number one, there is no limit to how much money is out there. Literally, there's no limit to it. That's what Stuart Wilde says, and think about it. More money is printed every single day, so much so that we actually have problems with it where the actual money, the currency, is losing its value because the central banks are printing too much of it. There's so much out there, but there's this common belief that there is a finite amount of money in the world. So many people live their life in scarcity because they think that there isn't enough money to go around, and it's absolutely absurd. There is more money being printed every single solitary day. Stuart Wilde goes that there's people that die and they leave these huge bags of money all over the place. Businesses are constantly borrowing hundreds of millions of dollars. Our governments are in debt, and they keep on printing more and more money. There is no shortage. So comment down below, the supply of money is infinite. Comment down below, the supply of money is infinite. Comment that down below. The supply of money is infinite. Comment it down below. I'm serious. Comment it down below. The supply of money is infinite. This is so important because unless you can grasp that the supply is actually infinite, more is printed every single day on the physical plane, but everything in the physical plane, the walls, the chair, and money, is all an extension of non-physical, infinite spirit energy, God energy, universal energy. Therefore, the supply is both endless on the physical plane and the spiritual plane. And until you grasp that, you start to look at money like a finite object, that the rich people have cornered the market on it, or I don't have this and this and this, therefore I'm limited to this amount, and oh my gosh, I don't know if I'll ever be able to get any more because of them and this and that reason. None of it has anything to do with it. It's about you and your connection to your own consciousness. Do you view it as a scarce object, or do you view it as an infinite supply that's constantly growing? In fact, the supply of money, if you have $1 million and it just sits there year after year in paper money, it's actually debt because it's losing its value. You want to trade that money to get assets that produce more value. So that's how much money is truly out there. And when we start living in an attitude and a space where we start looking at it as finite, that same energy is actually blocking us from reaching and attracting more money into our lives. And this isn't your fault, by the way, but it is up to you to transcend that belief right now. So comment down below, the supply of money is infinite. You need to be aware of how you're thinking with respect to money, because once you change your relationship and your perception with how you view it, that's when the energy starts to shift to match your level of consciousness. And when that happens, you open up the floodgates to the supply of money. Say it with me, the supply is absolutely infinite. I've listened to this talk by Stuart Wilde on the mastery of money hundreds of times, and I'm always reminded of something I say in a lot of my videos, that everything is really two things: the presence of what you want or the absence of what you want. I spent so many years of my life, my girlfriend was in debt because I couldn't pay for anything. I was working my butt off, but nothing was working out for me. I wanted financial freedom on any level, but I was always focused on the fact that I did not have it. And when you start to focus on the abundance of money rather than the absence of money, you tend to attract energy that matches that level of consciousness. I would always be focused on the fact that I didn't have it. I was always counting the little amount. Oh, my bank account went down by $27. Oh, and I was always focused on the absence of it, and my energy was expanding that. When I started to realize the supply is infinite, money is just energy, and that I could attract as much of it as I want or needed, then I started getting my mind focused on abundance, and that's when my life started to change for me. And a lot of that happened when I started reprogramming my brain and my mind to how it was operating. If you haven't yet, I created a manifestation technique to rewire your consciousness and your brain to get it focused on abundance. And when that happens, that's when the money comes. And over 100,000 people from all over the world have used it. You can demo it for free right there down below. You'll see it. It's called The Second Mind, and there's a link pinned to the comments. It's right there down below. Go scroll down right there down below, and you can demo it for free right there down below to the link right there down below. Let's move on to the next one. Remember, money is infinite. It's just energy. Number 2, life force could give a damn how much money you have. I love it when Stuart Wilde says that in the thing. He's like, life force could give a damn how much money you have. And it's true. Life force doesn't think, the energy system doesn't think about how much you do or do not have, because it just responds to energy, and the supply is infinite. So as long as you're constantly moving with the ebb and flow of giving and receiving, then you're in alignment with the natural flow. So it doesn't care how much you do or do not have. It's just responding to your frequency. But like Stuart Wilde says, so many of us are raised by our parents and our grandparents and our church and our teachers and everyone telling us that money is the root of all evil. We're told that the meek are going to inherit the earth, and that we need to be extremely grateful for every bare minimum thing, or we're a bad person. And Wilde goes, that's a bunch of hogwash. It's a bunch of BS that's been passed down for thousands of years. Life force could truly, the universe could truly give a damn how much money you have. It is not emotionally involved in whether you're okay or not okay. Think about that. It's not emotionally involved in whether you're okay or not okay. It's just going to respond to your frequency. And if deep down you're afraid that you're going to be a bad person if you have it, or all of these silly ideas you think that somebody else is going to be without if you have, recognize this. First of all, the more money you have, the more good you can do in the world. Second of all, money is just energy created by the universe. The energy of God is in money. And if you're an individualization of God, don't you think that the universe, the creative power of the universe, God, whatever word you want to use, Alan Watts says you cannot get wet by the word water. Don't you think that that energy system would want you to have as much money as you could so that you could experience the fullness of this creation? Life expectancy is approximately 72 and a half years. Don't you think that if you were the consciousness that created this reality, you would want everyone to have as much money as they could so they could take advantage of the beautiful airplanes, travel where they wanted, drive the car that they wanted, live in the state, country, city, island, rural area, wherever that you wanted to live, so you could experience all of the universe's creation? Yes, absolutely. God wants you to be rich. The universe wants you to be rich. Think about it rationally. It actually wants you to be rich. It's human beings The top 1/4% in institutions and corporations and religions and philosophies over time have tried to control our minds, so they've fed us other ideas. Comment down below, the universe wants me to be rich. Comment down below, the universe wants me to be rich. Comment that down below, and it might sound like a silly idea. It's just because the brain has been programmed for your entire life to the other idea. That's why I created the second mind, to retrain my brain, and I had so much success with it that now I put it up online. And like I said, you can start to use that, demo that for free. It's a 10-minute manifestation technique that's designed to retrain the brain so you can attract abundance. And you'll see the link right there down below, and you can demo it for free. Say it with me, the universe wants me to be rich. Comment down below, the universe wants me to be rich. Number 3, you are a product of every single solitary thing around you, right? That's what Stuart Wilde's telling us in The Mastery of Money, is that you truly are a product of every single solitary thing around you. Wilde says that you're going through the physical plane, you're taking in everything that you hear and everything that you feel and everything that's said to you, and you're also taking in all the rest of the unconscious energy. You're taking it in subliminally. You're taking in energy below the threshold of what your senses can pick up or your consciousness can pick up, but we're all being programmed by this collective consciousness. And the thing is that we grow up and we live in a world where the energy is that they say there isn't enough to go around, but that's not true. But everyone else has been programmed like that for so long that they think it's true. And everything is one. You're one with everybody and you're one with everything. And there's one collective consciousness that we all subconsciously tap into. And that collective consciousness by society has been programmed to think that there is not enough to go around. Money is bad. You're not good enough. You're not smart enough. You're a little limited mortal being, and God hates you if you have financial freedom and all these types of things. And that starts to seep into your individual consciousness because it's in the collective energy field. Now, the best way you can transform the collective energy field is to form your own thought patterns, is to break free from the mold. That's why I always say, no thanks, but that's not part of my belief system. See, you have a conscious mind, and in your conscious mind, you get to decide your own belief systems. Now, maybe, you hear that and you may, man, I wish everyone understood this. The best way for you to help other people is actually for you to start to attract financial abundance and for you to break free from the collective consciousness that is programmed for limitations and scarcity. It's called the 100th monkey effect. And the 100th monkey effect was basically, they started getting one monkey to do one thing, and then what they found is all the other monkeys would pick it up, like unconsciously. They'd all start picking it up. Now, if you can start programming your brain that you're good enough, you're smart enough, you're a divine being, you transcend the physical reality, God wants you to have success and freedom and prosperity in life. It's a good thing. It's a natural thing. You become more generous, more loving. Your consciousness shifts. Now, you're sending a signal out into the quantum field or the collective consciousness that it makes it easier for other people to tap into. So you're actually doing a service to the world just by watching this video, just by starting to change your thought patterns, just by starting to change your relationship with money, with abundance, with your connection to the universe. You're making it easier for your friends, for your neighbors, for your strangers that are also tapping into that collective consciousness, because it's the domino effect that makes it easier for every single other person. Comment down below, I make the world better by being rich. Comment down below, I make the world better by being rich. Comment that down below. Not to mention the fact that if you have money, you can donate more to charities. If you have money, you can help out friends. I have money now. I didn't used to. I employ my friends. I employ my wife. I employ a lot of my friends. I employ people that weren't my friends, and now they've become my friends because they were just people that I met that were good at a skill, and they became, my employees or whatnot. And they're able to work at something they care about. So just by me growing and attracting more opportunity and providing more service to the marketplace, I've helped a bunch more people. And the same is happening for you. You got to get that through your head. You're going to make the world a better, more beautiful place for yourself, for your friends, for your family, and for strangers by you changing your relationship with money. All money is energy. So it's really changing your relationship with energy. Like, imagine if you went outside and I was with you and we walked outside and we opened the door and I go, oh my gosh. And you're like, what are you doing, Jake? And I'm like, I don't want to get hit by the energy of the sky. The sky is the root of all evil. Sky is bad. Sky is greedy. You'd be like, why are you talking like that? It's just energy. The sky's just energy. Trees are just energy. No one ever says trees are the root of all evil. Why not? Because they haven't been conditioned to think that way. What's money? It's just energy. We've just been conditioned to think this way. Well, it's time for you to break free. Realize you're good enough. You're smart enough. There are great things on the way. And it's time. It's time for you to break out and experience more freedom, more abundance in this reality. Number 4, brainwash yourself before the world brainwashes you. And I love that saying, and I'm always reminded of it when I watched The Mastery of Money by Stuart Wilde, because that's what he's telling us. It's time to brainwash ourselves with our own ideas, with our own dreams, with our own goals, not the limitations of the world outside of us, not any of that. It's time for us to brainwash ourselves. And so one of the greatest tools and secrets that there is that your brain and your mind is 100% shapeable and malleable to your own suggestions, not what other people say, to your own suggestions. And so when you grasp all of this, then it becomes so important to rewire it. And so in conclusion, I'm inviting every single one of you to go down below and start to use my manifesting technique, start to use my software, the second mind. The first mind is the one that says money's the root of all evil, money's bad, I'm not good enough, I'm not smart enough, I can't do this, I don't know if this will ever work out. Besides, I might be greedy, God doesn't love me, the rich people have taken all the money. That's the first mind. That's one society's program. Second mind is the one where you realize you're a genius and you can apply this wisdom. You're an individualization of God. You're a divine being. You're meant to experience the fullness that life has to offer. Money is just energy and you are energy too. Therefore, your thoughts, which is your energy, and your consciousness, which is your energy, can actually become a medium that can help you attract more energy, i.e. money, which is really just more options and freedom into your life. And so right there down below is the second mind. Right there down below, it's pinned to the top of the comments. Go ahead and use that and start to retrain your mind. And every time someone says, this isn't possible, your old programming starts to plop up and say, oh, you're not good enough, you're not smart enough, money's bad, oh, they're gonna take the money, oh, the rich people already took it, oh, there isn't enough to go around, and besides, I don't have the right education, I don't have the right resources, and I don't have the right mentors, and I'm too old, and I'm too young. You just go, that's my first mind. That was my first mind. That's the programming of society. See, the problem isn't that we've been programmed. The problem is that we're unaware that we've been programmed. Let me say that again. The problem isn't that we've been programmed. The problem is that we're unaware we've been programmed. So then the old emotions and old programming comes up and it says, you're not good enough, you're not smart enough. And then we believe those thoughts. Oh, the rich people take all the money. Money is limited. Abundance is limited. I'm bad if I have abundance. And we believe those thoughts and then they control us. That's the trouble. But now that you're aware that society has programmed all of us and that now it's time for us to all think for ourselves, form our own opinions, realize we're divine beings, and that we can tap into the flow of abundance that is totally good, natural, and it's what the universe wants because the universe is for constant expansion, then every time the old patterns come up, we can take a breath and we can refocus on what we want. Remember, everything is two two things: what you want or the absence of what you want. And what do you want? You want abundance. Well, guess what? It's already within you. In the Bible, it says the kingdom of heaven is within you. What does that mean? It means that when you first seek within yourself and recognize you're a divine being, you're an extension of this God energy, you're totally worthy, you're totally divine, you're meant to experience the fullness of life, you're meant to have amazing options, a great day, you're meant to experience the things that you want out of life. When you recognize that within yourself, then your outside world matches it. You seek it within, and then it expresses itself in the outside world. So comment down below, the kingdom of heaven is within. Comment down below, the kingdom of heaven is within. Comment down below, the kingdom of heaven is within. If you haven't used the second mind, it's right there down below. Go ahead and use that to train your mind for the abundance that you rightfully deserve and that God wants you to experience, so that you can have and experience the fullness of what this life is all about. Okay, thank you for watching this video. Remember, you're a divine being. You're not bound to your past. Everything is energy, and that the universe truly, just think about it rationally, the universe created this experience not so that you live almost no part of it. It wants you to experience whatever it is that calls to you, whatever is inspired within you. And in many instances, money is a medium to do that. Therefore, you're meant to develop a powerful relationship with this energy system so that you can experience the fullness of life, so that you can be more generous, so that you can help more people. That's part of what you're here to learn on this physical plane. Remember, you're a divine being. Comment down below, I'm a divine being. If you haven't yet, hit the subscribe button, the bell notification. Bell notification is what notifies you for new videos. So even if you already subscribed, just double check you've actually hit that bell notification right over there. I don't know why YouTube does it, but for some reason YouTube does it where subscribing doesn't mean you get notified. So I have no idea what subscribing actually even means then if you don't get notified, but you have to subscribe and hit the bell notification. Even if you subscribed a month ago or a year ago, make sure you hit the bell notification. It's like right over there somewhere. And then like this video to send it out into the YouTube universe. If this video speaks to you, make sure that you watch it again through. Thank you, Stuart Wilde, for these brilliant ideas. We love you. And thank you, Stuart Wilde, for these great concepts on these metaphysical principles of attracting more money. Comment down below, I love Stuart Wilde. If you like this video, comment down below, I love Stuart Wilde if you like this video. And if you didn't yet, the second mind is right there down below, so go ahead and demo that. The second mind right there down below. Have a beautiful day. Thank you for watching this video, and I'll talk to you soon.